Thank you so much. I picked up your narrative, very powerful and very relevant. Like, opposing the government means opposing the state. That's very different narrative, which has just cropped up recently during the reign of this particular government we've been, addressing. So thanks a lot for that. Would like to move on to my fourth question. Says youth and secular values. How can younger generations reclaim India's pluralistic legacy?
Dr. Surendra, this is a very difficult question. Point is that during last 70 plus years of India's independence, the parties which had been in power never realized the threat posed by the narrative being propagated by Hindutva forces, RSS downwards, and later on joined by large section of media. So the opposition parties never realized it, and today the narrative spread by RSS and its organization has spread far and wide. So people generally get taken by this narrative, and they try to see this country as a Hindu nation, contrary to what our constitution says, that we are a secular, democratic, socialist, etc., democracy. So countering this is a very $1 million question, so to say. And for that, first thing is that there has to be a large number of social workers. Of course, we have a lot of social workers who are extremely devoted to different sections of human problems, including child right, women's right, farmers' right, Dalit rights, Adivasi rights. They need to come to a common alliance on the, not an organizational alliance, but a common program to defend the democracy. And for defending the democracy, the prevalent hate against sections of minorities is extremely dangerous, because this hate forms the fertile ground for orchestrating communal violence. And with the orchestrating the communal violence, there is a polarization in the society, etc. So this is a multi-step process which we have to pursue. Number one, to identify what are the misconceptions, myths which have been spread by the Hindu nationalist forces. Number two, there have been raised the barriers, the walls of hatred between different communities. Number three, different political institutions have also been subtly infiltrated by these communal elements, especially police, bureaucracy, uh, partly judiciary, and all that. So, and of course, in education and media, they have a heavy presence. So, for a younger generation, there is a lots on hand to do as far as countering this narrative is concerned, countering their influence on the youth and general society is concerned. A lot needs to be done so that we can revive the ideas of idea of India, which was part of the freedom movement, which is part of Indian constitution. Those ideas have to be spread far and wide and in a very effective way. They cannot be done merely by some small steps and being satisfied with that. This message has to really, one has to ensure that this message is really imbibed by young people, uh, broad sections of society, including majority, minority, women, workers, everybody. These ideas have to be firmly made to reach to them.